morning and a very warm welcome. You're watching JanataTelevision SD and this is the English Bulletin with me, Prajwal Nepali. The top stories first. Stakeholders demand implementation of child-friendly laws, accuse the government of not assuring children's rights. All-party meeting ends inconclusively. UML boycotts meeting called by Speaker Agni Sapkota. Daily infection of coronavirus rises again. Government issues warning against Nipah virus. Taliban kills at least 20 civilians in resistance stronghold. Witnesses say it shows signs of torture. And Townsend screamer helps Everton to a comeback win over Burnley. The crop seat level with top 3 teams on 10 points. And now the news in detail. The National Human Rights Commission organized an interaction program on the occasion of 57th National Children's Day yesterday. During the virtual interaction, stakeholders say that the government has formulated various laws in favor of children, but they have been hardly implemented. Participants were of the view that Dalit and differently abled children were having difficulties to enjoy the rights ensured by the laws. They stressed on the end to social discrimination and exclusion of differently abled and Dalit children. They also urged the policymakers to keep into consideration the welfare of children while formulating law. The participants of the interaction were unanimous in demanding children's access to healthcare, education, identity, independence, among others. An all-party meeting convened by Speaker Agni Sapkota on Monday has ended without any conclusion. Leaders informed that no agreement has been reached as the UML, which has been obstructing House meetings, did not participate in the meeting held at the Parliament building, Baneshwar. According to the leaders, Speaker Sapkota should seek a solution by resuming talks and dialogue with the opposition. The meeting was inconclusive because the main opposition, UML, did not attend the meeting. Speaker Sapkota stated that the UML should participate in the dialogue because dialogue is the only way to resolve all the problems. He was of the view that the House should not be held hostage to leaders' indecision. Senior leader of Nepali Congress Ramchandra Paudel has demanded that the war convention in Dalildhura, the home district of party president and Prime Minister Sherbahadur Deva, be held again. Senior leader Paudel's faction held a press conference at the party's headquarters saying that the ward convention held without the consent of the party's district working committee and ward chairpersons on Monday is not acceptable to them. Senior leader Paudel demanded that the ward convention, which had been held in an undemocratic and objectionable manner, be held again.
क्रियाशीलमा जे किसिमको खेलहरू भए पार्टी प्रवेशको नाउँमादेखि लिएर अब ओडादेखि सिफारिस गरेर ल्याउने हाम्रो विधानमा छ। ओडादेखि प्रक्रिया पुर्याएर ल्याएको पनि यहाँ ल्याएर चाहिँ नि यसलाई यता र उता हाल्दिनी गरेर कोही फाल्दिनी कोही थपिदिनी यो किसिमको कुराले पनि धेरै चाहिँ अप्ठ्यारो बनाएको छ र मतदाता नामावलीमै अत्यन्त अपारदर्शी काम भएको छ। यसमा हाम्रो घोर आपत्ति छ।
Anti-President Deva has been warned by Paudel's party not to try to remove the active members of the party in violation of the constitution and replace them with their own supporters. President Deva was repeatedly urged by senior leader Paudel not to cast doubt on the fairness and transparency of the upcoming General Convention. This is Janata Bulletin. We'll be right back after a short break. Welcome back after the break. We continue with other national news. The government yesterday confirmed 1,149 new cases of coronavirus across the country. According to the Ministry of Health and Population, this takes the COVID-19 caseload in the country to 778,312. The ministry, in its virtual press conference yesterday, said that 1,260 people recovered from the disease during the same period. So far, 740,717 people have fully recovered from the disease in Nepal. Meanwhile, the virus claimed 16 lives across the country yesterday, taking the COVID-19 death toll to 10,965. The ministry further said that the number of active cases in the country has dropped to 26,630. Meanwhile, the ministry has urged public to remain alert about the possible risks of Nipah virus infection following its outbreak in neighboring India. Spokesperson for the ministry, Dr. Krishna Prasad Paudel, said in a press statement that the risks of the virus outbreak in Nepal cannot be ruled out as Nepal and India share open border. The new virus is transmitted to a human from animals and then human to human and causes serious illness. It has been detected in the Kerala state of India. The Lalitpur-based Central Zoo is facing a major financial crisis. During the lockdown, the zoo has also started creative work amid the crisis. A report.
The Central Zoo has started Adopt the Animal program after its income started to decline due to the lockdown. The zoo used to make a profit of Rs 130 million annually in the past, but its income has become almost nil amid the current crisis. Former Prime Minister K.P. Sharma Oli, Chief Justice Cholendra Samser Rana and other ministers have taken ownership of the animals. The zoo, on the other hand, has been urging the organization to take ownership of the animals by making the annual expenses public. The zoo has moved the program forward by setting a low price for the general public to purchase the animals. The program has raised between 500,000 to 1.5 million rupees.
जू एउटा क्राइसिसमा परेको छ यहाँ रहेका जीवित जनावरहरूको हेरचाहको लागि चाहिँ तपाईहरुले पनि आफ्नो हात अगाडि बढाउनुस् भनेर एउटा क्याम्पेन स्टार्ट गरेका थियौ पनि हामीले सुरुमा गर्ने बेला कर्पोरेट रेट भनेर एउटा एक्चुअल फिगर निकालेका थियौ जसमा चाहिँ जनावरको वार्षिक खर्च कति लाग्छ भनेर त्यो अनुसार चाहिँ हामीले संघ संस्थाहरुमा चाहिँ अप्रोच गरेका थियौ हैन
The zoo, which spends Rs 40 million on food and medicine for its animals every year, has been closed for the past 13 months, resulting in starvation of the animals. It has become easier for the zoo to cover expenses under this program, which is different from government assistance by receiving assistance from various organizations and personalities on a regular basis. 8 members of family of senior Dr. Sundarmani Dikshit have been taken ownership of 19 animals valued at Rs 500,000.
यी सबै हामी जतिले दिएका छौं यहाँ सबैले एक एनिमलको एक वर्षको लागि हामीले यो कन्ट्रिब्युट गरेका छौं र आशा छ कि यसबाट थोरै भए पनि एनिमलको लागि एनिमल बर्ड्स रेप्टाइल पनि एक ठाउँमा छ हामीले गरेका छौं आशा छ कि तपाईँहरुको स्यालेरी अब यसै धेरै काटिन नपरोस् के
Chiranjeevi Pokhrel, the chief of the Central Zoo, stated that every effort has been made to restore the zoo. The zoo, which has 993 animals representing 113 different species, used to spend Rs 120 million per year on administrative expenses such as construction of new buildings and repairing cages. Even if the zoo reopens amid fears of coronavirus, its annual turnover is expected to drop from Rs 130 million to Rs 80 million. As a result, the zoo has reduced its workforce from 75 to 56 employees. Employees were paid half their normal salary even during the first wave of coronavirus and subsequent lockdown. Before the lockdown, 1,800 people used to visit the zoo every day. But now only 500 people do so.
And now the news from economic front. Nepal Rashtra Bank is going to distribute new notes for the upcoming Dasai festival from 19th of September 2021. The NRB had stated that new notes worth Rs 3.60 billion have been sent to a market targeting Dasai and Tihar and the major festivals of Nepal. Based on the demand of commercial banks, new notes targeting Dasai and Tihar were sent to the market about a month ago. The NRB had stated that it will be provided from the central offices of Nepal Rashtra Bank in Kathmandu, provincial office of all the 7 provinces and all branches of the commercial banks. Due to the COVID-19 pandemic, new notes was not distributed last year. Each person is entitled to receive not more than 18,500 of the new notes. Time for a short break here at Janata Bulletin. Stay tuned for international news. Welcome back. Now the international news. The BBC has reported that at least 20 civilians have been killed in Afghanistan's Panjshir Valley, which has seen fighting between the Taliban and opposition forces. Communications have been cut in the valley, making reporting difficult, but the BBC says it has evidence of Taliban killings despite promises of restrained footage from a dusty roadside in Panjshir shows a man wearing military gear surrounded by Taliban fighters. Gunfire rings out and he slumps to the ground. It is not clear if the man killed was an army member. Combat uniforms are common in the region. In the video, a bystander insisted that he was a civilian. The BBC has established there have been at least 20 such deaths in Panjshir. One of the victims was a shopkeeper and father of two called Abdul Sami. Local sources said the man would not flee when the Taliban advanced, but he was arrested, accused of selling SIM cards to the resistance fighters. Days later, his body was dumped near his home. Witnesses who saw his body said it showed signs of torture. You're watching Janata Bulletin, and now the latest from the world of sports. A brilliant goal from Andros Townsend capped another comeback win for Everton as victory over Burnley moved them level on points with the Premier League's top three. Townsend, a free transfer arrival in the summer, also set up an equalizer for Michael Keane, whose header cancelled out Ben Mee's nodded finish on his 200th appearance for the Claret. 5 minutes later, the Everton winger scored himself with a curling 25-yard finish into a top corner to send Goodison into delirium. It got even better for the home fans as a minute later, Abdoulaye Doucour's lovely through ball found Demarai Gray, who talked past Nick Pope for his third goal of the season. It completed an amazing turnaround for Rafael Benitez, side who now sit level with Manchester United, Chelsea and Liverpool on 10 points after an unbeaten start to the campaign. We're at the end of Janata Bulletin and the headlines once again. Stakeholders demand implementation of child-friendly laws, accuse the government of not assuring children's rights. All-party meeting ends inconclusively. UML boycotts meeting called by Speaker Sapkota. Daily infection of coronavirus rises again. Government issues warning against Nipah virus. Taliban kill at least 20 civilians in resistance stronghold. Witnesses say it showed signs of torture. And Townsend screamer helps Everton to a comeback win over Burnley. The club sit level with top 3 team on 10 points. And that's all from the English News Desk for today. You can follow Janata Television and our programs on various social media platforms, including on our website at janatasamachar.com. Keep watching Janata Television HD. Thank you for watching. Good day. Namaste.